Welcome back to Aska in this tutorial slash guide slash let's play slash man rambling for 30 to 45 minutes. I'm getting some early morning prep done, and I noticed that this area here, man, looks really nice. Look how beautiful that looks. Let's see, that's thumbnail worthy right there, if I'd say so myself. Let me see. Oh, I moved it. It's okay. Boom. Alright. So, I left off in the last one, getting ready to talk about doing some ironworks, basically, right? We want to get some iron tools, we want to get some stuff like that, and we needed, first of all, to get the bloomery up to make that happen. It's not the bloomery, the coal maker, to make that happen. I was kind of sitting here struggling with this thing for a little while, and it wasn't kind of doing what I wanted it to. So I'm still fighting with that. But something I wanted to mention that I didn't mention in the last one with the cave. So when you're going down into the cave, be careful how you're digging, because there will come a point where you're going to find some critters in the caves. That's the best way I gotta describe it until you see one yourself. They're critters. So I'm going to try to level this out just a little bit more, so that I can fit this coal maker in here. And we're just gonna have some floating structures. It's okay, I'm sure. I'm going to dismantle that real quick. I don't need any more work done for that. And then I also have to do some other housekeeping. We, I think, have a homeless person at the moment. We do, Jan, which means I need to go get some more thatch to make her a bed. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Yeah, I'm trying to get into the food. My hunter is slacking. So yeah. I just wanted to just kind of show you that early morning picture, because I'm sure that very soon throughout the day, it's going to turn into a very ugly picture instead of a very pretty one. So, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started, get some thatch, get this, this coal maker placed down so we can finally start using it. See, this is closer to what I wanted. That's good there. All right. So I'll let these guys start getting work on that, and I'm going to get some thatch and stuff, and I'll be back as soon as it's built and ready to go. Something Winder is also very good for is having a very easy time of gathering reeds, because they're very easy to see. Look at this. Look how easy that is. Incredibly, incredibly easy. They're not sitting amongst a bunch of dune grass. Anyway. Oh, my coal maker's done, so I'll be heading back that way and showing you how that works. Alrighty, so we're back here with the coal maker. Now, the coal maker, I would think that it's pretty self-explanatory, but essentially you're going to be taking fire or firewood, putting it in here, burning it up, and getting yourself some coal, okay? Now let's go ahead and grab some of this firewood, which these guys have been graciously cutting down for me in this corner, right? I'm going to gather as much as I can. We're going to deposit it. Let's gather some more. And we're going to deposit it. And we're going to gather some more. And we're going to deposit it. And so on and so forth. And I think you kind of get the idea, right? I'm going to gather as much as we can. Set it up. Now there's got to be some more right here. Boom. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and activate. That's going to enclose the funeral pyre, or the funeral pyre. Nobody's died today, hopefully. The charcoal pit, and then we're going to go ahead and set it on fire. Now, this is just like any other fire. It's going to warm us up if you're standing by. This is going to take a little while, and it's going to do its thing. Once it's done, we're going to get a bunch of charcoal, or what they call in the game coal, out of the other end. So, we're going to need that if we're going to do anything with this iron ore. We need charcoal. Okay. Now, I built another warehouse here. The reason why I built another warehouse here is because I want different storages that I can't put in the other one. And honestly, this should be probably over here. So we're going to go here. We're going to go... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, not Jotun Blood. Or Bloom and Storage. Okay, we're going to put that there. And then we're going to put another storage. And this one's kind of important. You definitely don't want to forget this one before you start. There's going to be, I think it's all the way at the end, broken metal parts. Okay. You want this one because when you do create metal parts, when that happens, your people are going to eventually break their tools. And what'll end up happening is if they don't have a place to put them, they just drop it on the ground. If they have a place to put them, they'll go put them over here. And then your guy that's crafting the metal tools will come here, grab that tool head, and put it together. Okay? So that's why we want to build that. The other thing that I wanted to build... Oh, Jesus. The other thing that I wanted to build was... Where is it? We want some firewood storage because we're very close to this area. So we might as well. And remember, if you hit L, you can redo the same thing you just did. Actually, I'm going to take that one down. I don't want it. Okay. I don't want it there. I can probably put something else in there. Wait, did I not put this in the right place? Is that what happened here? Let me see. Sorry, let's pin that one first. Broken tool storage. No, I got it against the corner. It's just, it's a weird thing, so it's acting strange. All right. So we want some firewood storage here. We also want leather and linen storage because the crafting guys for that are right here, right next to us, right? And, yep, of course, it's enormous. As it always is. And we want... Where's the other? Knuckle storage. Leather scrap storage would be nice, but it's not exactly necessary. So we will place it here. What else we got? We got like small materials crafting. Ah, that fits perfectly in there. Let's see, do that. There we go. And then I'm gonna do resin storage. I literally never built that because I don't want that much resin hanging around. Stone storage. Weapons and tools. You know what? That might be a good idea. Weapons and tool rack. Place it into the front. That way I can build some firewood things in the back. What the heck is it? Firewood, firewood, firewood. Firewood. Because you're not, if you're not standing in, by the way, if you're not standing inside the storage structure when you try to put these down, they will not do anything. It's going to tell you you're now standing in the right place. So make sure that you're standing inside the structure itself. Tell you how to make that happen. So. And probably place another one here. You place the third one. Yes, I can. All right. Boom. So now I can deposit all my crap in here, which I've been lugging around, and actually used this here to carry some of it because I didn't have much of another place to put it. All right, I'm going to deposit that, and then let's go down here, grab my cart, and move the stuff out of the cart as well. That's cool. Up, 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 up. I'll go ahead and... Alright. Now, this thing... Yep, it's done. So we hit unearth, and boom. Look at all of that coal. Coal, unfortunately, only stacks to 5. When you have somebody assigned to this, they will put it right here. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Let me go get my sore throat fixed. It's got to be the nastiest, meanest sore throat on planet Earth. Literally causes me to not be able to to run. Awesome. Get some warmth. Now we have to build the bloomery. Bloomery is another structure that's decently sized, and we'll show you here what it looks like. See? And this is what's actually going to let you take your iron ore and turn it into something more than just a bunch of ore. So, put that on the other basket. Continue to get warm just a little bit longer. Should probably get some water. Up. Let's go up here. And I want the bloomery very, very much near the same spot as the coal maker. Just a little higher, so we're going to have to be a little creative here on how we place this. Let's see. This is totally viable. And it's kind of crazy how much you can make this happen. I do like the fact that there's actual roots down underneath the tree. I keep dropping my thick linen hood for some reason. I don't know what that's about. And somebody is going insane over there crafting. It's awesome. Need some crafting experience so I can get somebody working the metal maker. Yeah. Alright, boom. So we're going to go ahead here, and we're going to build the bloomery. And bit of it that sticks out a little bit too far. It's acting funny. What does it tell me? Terrain too steep? Overlapping with an obstacle. I don't know what obstacle they're talking about. But sure. It's overlapping with an obstacle. Oh, it's this. Yeah, so I would rather them give me a square with what the hitbox is supposed to be than do what they've been doing, because that thing's just throwing me off. Yeah, so that's getting worked on. I'm going to go ahead and work on this so that we can actually get this project rolling, as it were. And I can get started on blooms. Also, I have another basket here that I can put stuff in. So there's that. I filled this whole thing up. Isn't that crazy? Do me a favor, help me with this instead. Pack of hungry smokers. Alright, I'm gonna be right back when this thing's built. Alright. We are technically out of the winter time and into spring. So the temperatures are still going to be a little bit cold because, you know, can't have it be too warm, right? But we're out of the harshest part of the winter. We have survived, which is awesome. Now, I'm adding some coal storage here. And the reason I'm adding some coal storage is your guys can use the coal for heating up just as much as they can use the firewood. And as far as I remember, the coal actually gives them better return for heat than the firewood. So that's what I'm working on here. And then I can't add an attachment until that's built, so we'll leave that alone for a second. Our bloomery is done, which means I'm going to go ahead and get some blooms once I have finish building this bed in here. So I do have another person coming down real soon. And that person's probably going to end up inside our very, very brand new craftsman area. All right, so we're good. Let's drink some water while we move. Let's grab one of these lovely meals and go ahead and eat it. Now let's go talk bloomery. What is the bloomery all about? Well, the bloomery is all about taking your iron and your coal and turning it into something better than what you have right now. I'm going to take some of these blooms here, or some of this iron ore, sorry. And we're going to go ahead and go to the... Oh wait, I need space for iron, for coal. Which I should probably make a coal storage if I can here too as well. Let me see. Do they fit? No, they don't fit. That's probably why I didn't put it in the first place. We'll have to extend this to make that happen. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take as much of this whole coal as I can fit. Now this area is going to have spots for your iron storage and for your coal storage. And it's also going to have a spot for your blooms. Okay. Now, when you first start doing this, you want to have a really good hammer. Meaning the hammer's not about to break anytime soon. Right? Our hammer is decently well off, so we're not worried about that. It's not going to break immediately. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the coal, which I'm going to go ahead and do it over here. Or we can transfer it over. Right? And you technically can do it with 5. I have never been able to pull it off, so I just do it with 4. You're going to put 4 iron ore in here. You're going to pack the rest of it up with coal. You're going to come over here to your bellows, stand right next to the bellows, ignite the furnace, and you're going to grab onto your bellows, and you're going to push down on that E key, or if you have it being something different, whatever it is, and you're going to raise the temperature of this. And you want to stay in between those 2 lines, okay? That is the sweet spot for this stuff being cooked or being created into blooms, right? That's what this is for. Now, if you go too high, you're probably going to make slag. I don't ever hit too high, so I haven't noticed. If you are too low, you're not going to make any blooms, okay? Now, you don't want to start this if you think that you're going to have to get off from doing this, okay? You want to start this when you're ready to go. You are set. You are going to be here for the duration of this time. Okay. You do not want to go anywhere else while you're doing this, because what you don't want to do, especially with the very small amount of iron that we brought back, is having to stop in between, because what will end up happening is you're going to create slag. And as far as right now, there is no way to turn that slag back into anything useful. It is now garbage. So we're going to get that last little bit here. All right, we're going to get off by hitting R. Hold E to extinguish. That way you're not consuming our coal. And you're going to hear that little sound. That's it dropping our bloom. All right. So we look down here. Look at that. We got our bloom. Now, we're going to hit T on the bloomery. And it's going to put it up here. And we're going to hit E. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get all those little crummy charcoal bits off of our bloom. Okay. So we're going to hold E. And this is going to take a while because we are very new to this, okay? So that's why we want to make sure that we do not, that we are ready to go when we're doing this. Now, you heard that little tink sound? That means we're done. So we're going to hit R. That's going to rotate the bloom, and then we're going to hit it again. And you see that yellow line that's right above where it says hit with hammers? That yellow line is how hot this is. If you let this cool down before you're done, you're going to get slag. So we definitely want to try to get this done as soon as possible. And we got a blood moon because of course we do. I will not be dealing with this blood moon until I finish with this. And you're going to have 4 sides to beat on. Once you beat on those 4 sides, you're going to hit T instead of R. That's going to flip it to the two other sides you're missing, okay? And of course they're right in front of me. That is not good. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, that's it. We're going to hit T, and then do it again. All right, and now it's done. So we hit T, and these are iron blooms. I'm gonna go ahead and grab those iron blooms. We've created our first bloom. Now, I'm gonna go deal with these guys really, really quick. I'm concentrating because I don't have anybody to help me out. There you go. I want to get up from there, buddy. Oh God, no. Ow. And I am sucking right now. I don't have any energy. I don't have any stamina. Nothing. I'm just getting my butt kicked. Come on, let me get some stamina. Excuse me. Right. Cool. I hear him again. Oh, that's our guy. Okay. Get me up. Quick, quick, quick. Quick, quick. Oh, we got skeleton warriors. Hurt it. By the way, my what is it with them on my fences, man? Piss off. Leave my fences alone. Jeez. These guys just have it in for my fences. Hey, we have Jarl. My arrow that I accidentally shot and missed. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of these guys, and then once I'm done with that, I'll be right back so that we can continue on our way. So, be back in a bit. All right, and we're back. And with the seasonal changes, come seasonal crop changes. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. We're going to switch to berries. And onions. Let's save. All right, that's going to switch out. And I have noticed, actually, I don't have as much as I thought we did. Never mind. Let's go ahead and draw harvest it stronger. Actually, something that I don't remember if I had talked about or not, if I had mentioned it or not, was that if you do want to practice and make your guy, make Aska or Ragnar better at, for example, melee combat or bow combat, you can make that happen by going to the archery range or the barracks and just using your tools. So, for example, here, I actually have to clear this, but if you go here, and I currently have an arrow stuck in my shoulder, so this looks weird, but you can sit here and use this up, and that will increase your range combat. And the same thing with the dummies. If you go and start striking the dummies, you will increase your melee combat by doing that. So it's a good way to practice bringing up your skills with that particular thing. I have to take care of this. This looks so silly. Let me see if I can fix this now, actually. But yeah, it's a good way to bring up your skills if you don't tend to have a lot of combat to deal with. Ooh, I can make it happen. Kind of. I can only go to here, though, for some reason. That's weird. Right. Nope, now it's not quite so sharp. So, we have 3 builders, and I did put the other person, I put them to start gathering, because now that it's springtime, we will start getting crops to prop up. All right. Then what was the other thing we needed to do? Oh, let's continue our bloom situation. Now, to do anything with these blooms, we are going to have to create another workshop. And that workshop's specific purpose for existing is going to be to make tools, specifically iron tools, obviously. I do have to add another patrol marker up here now that we have so many things happening all the way up here. Let's go ahead and add a patrol marker right here, and we'll add it to that rotation. But yeah, so you understand how to make the blooms. We're going to go ahead and deposit that here. Let's put the coal back over here. And I'm going to deposit these guys in here. That way they're out of my pocket so that we can open up a workshop really quick. Where's here? Workshop hut. I'm going to go to the workshop hut directly because I will need to be a workshop hut to make this a possibility. And then I do have to find a good way to place this because the terrain is going to be a problem if I don't. That should be good there. So yeah, I'm going to get to prepping. I'm going to get this workshop hut done. And then what I'm going to do is, so if you go into the menu of your workshop hut, you hit T, and instead of weaver or leather worker, you go down to metal worker. That is what we're looking for next, okay? And I will be back when all of that is ready to go. So something I hadn't talked about before, but sometimes these guys are going to drop some of their own weapons. So this guy dropped a bronze battle axe. They're okay. They do a little bit more damage than your stone variety weapons. But they're not exactly the most magical tier thing out there. So it's not like you're going to be depending on them to, get you through some really hard fights. I wouldn't worry about them too much. Most of the time, you're going to want to harvest those guys more for the possibility of getting Jotun blood, amongst other things, rather than because they're going to possibly maybe sometimes drop something extra that you can use. So anyway, be back in a bit. Seem to have forgotten to give Jarl a bed, and he is quite tired. So I am going to make a full-on sleep schedule. Create, sleep, save. I'm going to apply it to him. And now he's just going to go to sleep for a little while, and then we'll bring him back to what we want him to be after he's gone to sleep. Okay? I definitely don't want him passing out. I would like him to go to sleep. I am... that was a bit of a noopsie from my part, but he's alive, just very, very tired. Oftentimes how I feel. Now, I did want to talk about the bloom ray. So I'm going to actually work on making more blooms. I know I'm probably not going to get attacked again tonight, just because we just got an attack, so it doesn't make much sense for us to get attacked yet again. But whenever you assign a worker to work your bloom, you have to be very careful with how you assign him, because the way that the assignments work means that he will not make blooms the same way you do, and he'll actually be quite wasteful with it. So we want to make sure that we actually take a look at that. You're a forger. No, come back. Yeah, I need this hammer. So we actually want to make sure that we tweak that assignment to ensure that we're not wasting any resources when it comes to, or not wasting resources, but wasting any fuel when it comes to the way that that works, okay? Because it will literally just piss away fuel that you're not going to be able to use. So I'm going to assign somebody that's currently sleeping just as a case study. Tilda, you are one shift, so you technically should be sleeping. Yeah, is it after 20? Yep, it's after 20. So I'm going to assign her here real quick, okay? Manage workers, Matilda, assign. Now, if I go to tasks, you're going to notice that it has 2 iron ore or metal pieces to 18 coal. That's very, very wasteful. So what you want to do is you want to turn this to 4 and 16. 4 and 16 is what I've been doing. And that's still technically kind of wasteful. I think that this should be good, but at least you guarantee that they don't waste your iron ore. Your coal is very easy to make. Okay, I'm going to save that. Now I'm going to put her back on build because she does not need to be in the blueberry. Oops. Let's go ahead and dismiss you. Now you're a builder again. Okay. So I'm going to continue to make some blooms. This thing is almost built. Of course, the person building it broke their hammer. I'll just go ahead and, build this hammer thing up. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and add to it metal worker. And we should be able to fit this here. There we go. I'm going to pin it. That way it gets done immediately. We're going to need this metal worker to make it possible for us to even use the reason why we risked our lives and our hide to get stuff done. So there you go. So I'm going to let them go ahead and gather all those materials and put them up. Unsure. I guess I don't have any hammers in here. I do have them queued to be made though, right? Let me see. Apparently I do not. It's probably because I was trying to burn through the stockpile of hammers and hose. I'm going to go steal from my people while they sleep so that I can take everything back from them, including the building hammers that they don't need. And once that metal worker is done, I'll be back. All right, so our guys have finally finished up making our metal worker. So this puppy is going to be one of the greatest things you will have ever gotten. And did I ever set up a water thing over here? I probably should, because we're going to need it. Oh, there's one over there. There's going to be one over here as well. Let me go ahead and set that up real quick. Where'd you go? There. All right. So you're going to need water for quenching your crafted products, as it were. And you are going to need your iron blooms. And you are going to need some other parts. The other parts right now don't matter as much as making sure that you have your iron blooms. Oh, I don't have enough space. So I'm going to drop all this stuff. I don't need it. And I want to grab some food and move it over to the storage because we don't have a storage guy yet. And I'm going to eat the other one. Okay. Now, the metal worker works almost exactly the same as the bloomery. You're going to need a hammer. You're going to need some coal. We're going to go ahead and fuel this puppy up. This is where we're going to put our blooms. I'm going to go ahead and overfill it because why not? Okay. We're going to hit T to inspect the forge, and we're going to be able to drop our blooms in there. It's going to take 9 blooms total. Right. Now, let's go ahead and open our anvil because this is where we're going to craft the tools that we want, right? Or rather, the tool heads. So when we open this, we got all the selection of tool heads. We got large iron blades, small iron blades, pickaxes and axes and nails and all this other stuff, okay? But the most important thing that we need to build, first and foremost, before we can craft anything else, you have to make sure you craft this because if not, you're basically not going to get anything done, is a crude iron axe. Why a crude iron axe? Crude iron axe only needs a stick and the small iron axe head, right? Almost everything else is going to require something more special. I said almost. That's very specific, right? So your crude iron skinning knife, not a big deal. You can build that right now, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't build any of this stuff. And the reason why you shouldn't build any of this stuff is because none of this stuff is going to help you tier up. What is going to help you tier up is going to be that crude iron axe. I wish I could make a large crude iron axe, but we can't because we're missing something that we don't have. And that's why you want the regular iron axe. And that is wood shafts, right? You're going to make those with your crude iron axe. So what we are hunting for right now is going to be a small iron axe head and a iron knife blade. Those two key ingredients we're going to need to make sure that we have the things that we need to move on to the next tier. So small iron axe head and an iron, what was it? So small iron axe head, that's going to need 4 hot blooms. So let's go ahead and light this puppy up. Started getting it hot. Make sure that your hammer that you have is got a decent amount of life to it. This one's pretty good. Stuff out of the way here really quick because my OCD dictates I must. All right, and we're going to wait for that bloom to heat up. Now we needed the, what was it? The small iron axe head, and we needed the iron knife blade. We need these two to progress to the next tier. Very, very important, right? Now, to progress to the next tier, we need the carpenter. And as of right now, I do not believe you can build a... Oh, actually, you probably can queue it. You just don't have the ingredients for it. Let's see. Yeah. So we need hardwood logs. We need hardwood long sticks. We need all this stuff that we just don't have. But that's why we need to build that axe, because it's going to allow us to get it. So I'm going to go ahead and queue this puppy up. I'm going to let the builders do what they do. Starting with that one first and then working on what they were working on. Now we should technically have hot iron blooms. Boom. We're going to go ahead and begin with this. And the same thing you were doing before. We're going to take the slag off of the things that we're making. So, and beat on this for a little bit. And turn it. And beat on it for a little bit. Turn it again. Oops. And rotate it one more time. All right, now that it's done, we're going to hit T. It's going to send it to the quench. If I just look at the thing, there we go. And now it's been cooled. We can open the storage and take it out. Take the thing out. Don't leave it in there. Just don't do it. I'm telling you, you don't want to leave it in there. All right, now we're going to craft the iron knife blade. Begin. It's very, very big for what it is, but you know, we're going to go ahead and do it. All right, and then we're going to send this to the quench and grab it. All right, and this thing works just exactly the same as the other workshop. You can assign workers to it. You can give them tasks. The tasks are exactly the same. The only difference is you're going to have some show up that have to do with, excuse me, that have to do with making nails or making heads of this or that or the other. All that stuff is going to be available. Actually, no. Now that I remember correctly, this will not show up. I think Matilda's the one that's sleeping right now. Let me assign her to this really, really quick. So when you go to manage and you add a task, yeah, that's right. So you can technically do this down here and have them make a minimum amount of this. And that works. So you kind of want to have them have a minimum amount of all of these and then like maybe 10 to 20 of the iron nails. But over time, what's going to end up happening is if we take our tool heads, and we go use our tool, make a tool and use them, when the tool breaks, it's not actually going to break. It's going to give me back the tool head, and then I can reforge it into something else. So it's really important to remember that now that you've hit this point, tool making becomes a little different. Now, I do want to add one other thing here really quick, and that is that I want to make the iron pickaxe head. Now, the iron pickaxe, if I remember correctly, is going to need a wood shaft, which is fine. But this is going to make it so that what we can... yeah, it's going to need the wood shaft. This is going to make it so that we can gather that iron so much better. So let's go ahead and go down here. There should be materials enough to craft what I need. There's always junk everywhere. Look at that. Yep. So there's our small iron axe. And then we're going to go ahead and make this draw knife. The draw knife you're going to need for other materials. Oh, there's no rope here. Interesting. I'm going to have to add the rope up. What do we got? We got 35 plus 5. Man, we should have rope. That should not be an issue. What is going on? Let's see here. Oh, it's because they've been grabbing it all for making the house. Well, I'll make the draw knife after. But essentially what's happening here is the draw knife, you're going to need it for doing work inside the carpenter. But now that we have this lovely, lovely tool, we can come over here to this tree. I'm not going to cut that tree. Let's cut a different birch tree. Let's see. We got some birch trees over here we can go ahead and grab. Let's cut one of these down. I want to preserve that one. That one's in a nice spot. Let's go ahead and cut this puppy. And this is going to give us hardwood. We can finally cut the birch trees. Oh man, this guy is... it's all over the place. Go ahead and cut this one. So remember, right now we're the only ones that can do this, so they kind of need a little bit of help. All right, let's look at this guy here. Bow. Actually, let's look for Woodcutter Workshop 2, Workshop 3, Matilda. We are going to unassign you from that. Now let's go back to this. All right, Bow. What do we got? You're a stone harvester. Don't like being wet. Thirsty giant, which is hilarious. Stonebreaker, resilient surge, and night shadow. So you like being awake during the night. Let's go ahead and load a night shift. Oh, that's right. We got to unload the night shift from the other guy that we had. Or the full sleep shift. Oh man, what was his name again? Jarl. This guy's been sleeping this whole time. What was his thing? Small happiness, discomfort. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you're a night shift guy as well. Oh man, Jarl. I'm getting a little thirsty. I'm getting a little hungry. It's nap time. Yeah, it's not nap time anymore, buddy. Go ahead and wake your butt up. Apply. All right. We're going to go ahead and go down there and assign Bo to that other house. And we got to figure out where he's going to work. I'm thinking maybe I should just give him the night shift for making food. I think we don't have a night shift person for that. Or maybe he should be our first warehouse guy. Don't know. Let's see. We got a lot of food just laying there. Got to deal with that. Let's first assign him a house, and then we'll figure out what he's going to do after. So you don't have... yeah, you don't have any stats. Just a nighttime guy. Yeah, I guess you're a stonebreaker. We could have you stonebreak at night. Although that seems kind of redundant. Not sure, actually, what I'm going to assign him to. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to give you the dealing with the warehouse. And task assign. Where is Bo? Bo, you are now going to be working this. And then let's look at storages. Or, sorry, at tasks. Actually, I don't have to change any of this stuff. What I do wanted to talk about, something I keep forgetting to actually talk to you guys about. If you manage workers, if you're struggling to make arrows because of feathers, the obvious thing to do is make more more gathering markers, but honestly, that doesn't necessarily fix the issue. What you could also do is come down here, and feathers are usually on low. You can make them high. And then honestly, seeds, I don't, once I get to a certain point, I don't bother getting any seeds just because like seeds we're going to have way too many of. But for now, I'm going to leave them on low. Later on, I'm eventually just going to turn them off because I really don't need them. The other thing that needs to happen here is I need to figure out a way to fix this because it is still an issue. And I cannot fix it by going through here. But yeah, so now we have our accent. Now, actually, the biggest, this is actually something I should show you, right? Let's see the difference that we have from doing this. So, let's go equal, equal. I'm going to wait for the stamina to come up. So, big fir tree. I'm doing about 20 to 19 damage. Oh, it's going down. Oh, back up to 19. Oops. So 15 to 20 damage. Okay. Not bad. All right, let's see what this guy can do. Let's go. 27, 29. So nearly 30 damage. So I'm getting an extra 10 damage on that. And on top of that, as far as I can tell, he swings that way faster. So just as a change of pace, why the iron tools are so good and why you really, really, really want them as soon as you can get them. And my wood harvest isn't even that high, actually, now that I think about it. My wood harvest in my my Steam playthrough, or my streamed playthrough, is much higher. I'm going to dismantle that so it doesn't keep on showing up every time I spawn in. Oh, that's not good. You don't quite have enough... Oh, he probably grabbed them all and stuck them in his pocket. Now, as for hungry smokers, let's go deal with them really quick. Just so you can see how crazy it is to get iron tools. Remember, this is a tool, right? This is not a it's not a weapon, just a tool. And we're going to see how crazy this is. And then after I show you guys that, it's going to be a call it tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the carpenter and why it's important to have, because we want to tier up. Now that we have a carpenter, the the longhouse, well, actually the carpenter's not built, but once the carpenter's built, the longhouse will finally start showing up. What is rakes? Oh, rakes. Interesting. See what's going on here. Got one of you guys during the day, one at night, right? You're a day guy, and Jarl is a night guy. He just wasn't doing anything because, you know, yeah. Let's make sure we're getting rakes made. Rakes are being made. That's good. Now I'm going to go ahead and put away, basically donate it. Donate my, my tool there, because I'm definitely not going to need it anymore. That's going to be useless to be carrying around. But yeah, that is essentially the loop going on here. Oh, that's right. I wanted to show you, where are these hungry smokers? Can I see them anywhere? It's kind of a shame I can't see them. Oh, they're leaving. Oh, there's a smoker over here we can go after. And this guy's fast. Three hits, and he's down. That's all it took. Oh, also, as soon as you can, make yourself the iron skinning knife, because that's going to allow you to get way more materials from doing skinnings. and get better materials. So normally when you skin a wolf down, he's going to give you some meat chunks and a couple leather scrap. But skinning a wolf with the iron skinning knife is going to give you actual hides and pelt, something we haven't had yet. So keep that in mind. But yeah, anyway, as far as this goes, that's it for today. I will see you guys in the next one, where we'll talk about really going into the crafting of this stuff. Let me see. Can I make the iron skinning knife? I technically can. I have enough blooms to make another one, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can't get into a fight with a not a fight, but let's see if we can't find a smoker to bash his head in and take his stuff. Sounded very very mean. All right, we got some smokers over here. Let's chase them down. Oh, I missed. Did he just bounce? I don't think I've ever seen him do that before. That's freaking cool. Sorry, buddy. I have a sleep buff, so I'm gonna be able to catch up to you eventually. Oh, he juked me. All right, let me catch up my stamina. Oh, here we go. Some stuff to gather there. Oh. Alright. So we got some leather scraps and stuff like that. It wasn't that great. Let's harvest it with the iron knife. Let's see how much we get. I don't remember if smokers give you more or not. Oh. We got 3 from that. The red meat and should be some bones around here. And some bones. So, way more leather scraps. And with the bigger creatures, which I can't hunt any of the bigger creatures because I suck at them. What the mother? Alright, we're about to find out how much more stuff we can get from skinning these guys. I'm hitting the tree. Sons of bastards. Alright. So, iron skinning knife. Let's see what we get. Which, by the way, I'm going to have too much stuff to carry on me, so I'm going to have to cut them up some more. Alright, look at that. We got some pelt. Got some more pelt. And we got some leather scraps. And leather hide. Before, you had to process leather scraps into leather hide. Now we're just getting straight up leather hide from that. And that is the power of the iron skinning knife. And that's part of the reason why you really, really do want to get up to iron tier as soon as you can. Because it makes the return on your investment for tracking down some of these animals so much better. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave you guys there. I'm going to go ahead and take care of skinning these guys and dealing with them. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.